Welcome in, folks. We have some very special guests with us today to talk about the Fall Festival happening in Hollidaysburg this weekend. We have Don Delosier from U.S. Hotel Tavern. We have Matt Miser, General Manager of Stuckey Automotive. And we have Kathy Griffith from the Griffith Family Foundation, Sideline Cancer. Folks, thank you all for joining me on this call today.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
So Fall Festival this weekend, Don, it's something that after Pumpkin Fest got canceled that you thought should happen downtown. What made you come up with the idea?
There hasn't been too much going on this year, and I know that the Pumpkin Fest is a pretty popular thing. We get a lot of people around, and it's a real good fundraiser for the nonprofits that are in the school organizations, the nonprofits, the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, stuff like that. And so I just had an idea that I wanted to make people aware that we are down at the U.S. Hotel. We are doing things. We're trying to be COVID compliant as possible or whatever. So we decided to have an outdoor festival, and it's not replacing Pumpkin Fest. Hopefully the borough is back in and has Pumpkin Fest next year. Hopefully everything's back and they can do that. And so I came up with this idea, and I started to collect, see if anybody wanted to help sponsor it. And once I started, I had really good response, and I figured, well, it doesn't take much money for me to put it on, just some of my time, a couple little expenses. And so I came up with this idea that if I get sponsorship money, I will donate it among the nonprofits. So I figured I'm having all nonprofits down here. We have over 20 nonprofits, either school groups or whatever, signed up. And I figured, well, I'll go talk to Matt Stuckey. I know Matt does a lot for the community, and the same way that we feel that we try to do what we can here at the U.S. Hotel for the community. And so I went and talked to Matt, and within 15 seconds, he was on board and helping it. So we're here.
That's awesome. Matt, from the Stuckey point of view, why were you guys so eager to jump on this opportunity?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Jordan. Just on behalf of Stuckey Automotive, we're really excited to try to help out some of our local nonprofit organizations. We know how important it is to the local community, and we just felt that this is something that we needed to be a part of, and we're excited about this.
Yeah, of course. Kathy, over to you now. I just wanted to ask you, what's it been like this year not having major events and things like that to raise money for the Griffith Family Foundation?
Well, so many of the nonprofits, ourselves included, it's really been a challenge during the pandemic that typically we would have our annual dinner. We have rescheduled our golf tournament. But really, to speak on behalf of all the nonprofits, they do so much good in the Blair County area and in Central PA in general. And we've really been affected, nonprofits have been affected. We were given a gift by God with the basketball tournament this summer. So by God's grace and goodness, we were able to have fundraising dollars come in from the basketball tournament and from the Marquette alumni fans that we played in the final. So, we've been doing okay, but to speak on behalf of all the other, nonprofits, I really, I feel for everybody because it really, everyone has been affected during COVID-19.
From Stuckey's point of view, because there haven't been that many events out there, normally you guys are so active in the community, is that kind of why you guys jumped at this opportunity?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know how important, again, like I said, these nonprofit organizations like Sideline Cancer, Bucks About Tuna, all of them, these nonprofit groups, the 20 that Don spoke about earlier, and we just felt that we needed to be involved, and we're really excited about it. We're hoping for a big turnout and to help out some of these nonprofit organizations.
Just want to chime in a little bit on the nonprofits. I know that there's over 300 nonprofits in Blair County itself. Actually, I believe registered 501c3s or whatever different numbers there are, and that doesn't include school groups and everything like that. And I think people are getting creative in how they're going about doing business, even fundraising, stuff like that. And so that was another main objective for getting involved with this.
So Don, why don't you give us a little bit of the details here? Where's everything taking place and how can people get involved?
Okay, there's going to be 2 festivals going on, fall festivals going on October 10th from 10 o'clock in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. I have the 400 block closed in front of the US Hotel. And then the Phoenix Fair Company is going to have 2 streets closed up around the Fair Hall, which is right across Blair Street there. And so it's within 1 block walking distance. We are going to have crossing guards to cross over the Route 22 there, Blair Street. And so we figured we would do 2 different festivals. To their Phoenix Fair Company, we're doing it's 2 distinct festivals, and they're doing something up there and we're doing something in front of the hotel.
I really appreciate you guys taking the time to do this, and I really hope there's a good turnout and good weather for you on Saturday.
Can I add one more thing to that also?
Sure.
That when I started to request sponsorships, I was asking for $100 sponsorships, and I have a good many of them so far. And what it is, whatever money that I collect on the sponsorship will be donated to the nonprofit. So if you're interested or whatever, you can call the US Hotel Tavern or get a hold of somebody at Stuckey's or the US Hotel Tavern, and we can take care and get to you the information.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you so much for taking the time. Folks, once again, this Saturday, the Fall Festival in Hollidaysburg from 10 to 2. Guys, thank you so much.